The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another presentation of Chieftain Athletics on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonight, we wrap up the regular season on the road at Steve Grogan Stadium in the Ottawa Sports Complex at Ottawa High School as your 5th-ranked Chieftains take on the 12th-ranked Cyclones. I've always been raised and taught that it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, right?
Exactly.
We apologize for the delay, everybody, but we are live and ready for the most important part of tonight, and that is kickoff. The Chieftains just under a minute away from taking on the Cyclones, and the Chieftains themselves, they are looking to finish on what has been so far their best year under third-year head coach Preston Troyer. 5-2 on the year, looking to go 6-2. Currently sitting at about the 5th seed because we know playoffs start next week. We got more of that later on in the broadcast, but it's coming to look out and put it on this 3-4 Ottawa team that they've shown the potential that they can maybe play the role of spoiler a little bit here. They could present a tough challenge for Tonganoxie, but this really should be a game where Tonganoxie should win by 14 or more points pretty comfortably.
Yeah, they should be focused because this has a lot to do with seeding, either holding your 5 seed or maybe even moving up, depending on the outcomes of the other games in 4A tonight. But yes, it's a really important game. Absolutely gorgeous night. 75 degrees at kickoff. Little or no wind whatsoever. Just a gorgeous night to get this game in. Looking for a good one.
That's a gorgeous night in Ottawa, Kansas. You couldn't ask for anything much better, really, on a mid-October evening in Kansas. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful out here. Again, Chieftains winning their 5th game last week against Eudora on senior night, and not overlooking the Cyclone team. And he said it himself. He said, if you think this is the Ottawa team that they've been for the past 3, 4, even 5 years, you're totally mistaken. And even though they sit at 3-4, like I said, they still hold that potential to play some spoilers. So just handle business tonight and get ready to be back home at Beatty Field next Friday, barring anything really crazy happening tonight if the Chieftains were to lose and a lot of other things go wrong. But the Chieftains should be back for the Week 9 playoff matchup at home in Tonganoxie. And where things currently sit right now, they would take on, you guessed it, these Ottawa Cyclones. They currently sit as the 12th seed overall in 4A East, so it very well could be protected by Team Tongi. To see how you can help and learn more about their upcoming events, visit their website at teamtongi.com. You see pretty much kind of the same lineup that we had last week. Tyler Pankey, his role is expected to be more expanding. Again, coming off an injury. It's all right. We roll with it. Bastard.
Runners down near the 40-yard line. The Cyclones take over 1st and 10. Next pass incomplete, intended for McCullough. Second down.
Okay, deep breaths, everybody. I think we are good to go. We apologize for all the delays and all the no pictures and weird laughing sound. But we are officially, I believe, knock on wood. Everybody at home, please knock on some wood. We have a wood platform here, but I think we are good to go here on Tonganoxie Sports Live as a 2nd and 10 handoff for the Cyclones is met at the line of scrimmage and it's 3rd down. So let's catch everybody up real quick. Chieftains got the ball first. First play of the game, airing it out 56 yards. Trevor McGraw and Isaiah Holthouse. Stop me if you've heard that before. Taking it to the house. One play is all they needed. 7-0 Chieftains. The Cyclones punted on their first offensive possession, and the Chieftains punted deep in their territory on their second offensive possession. And now Cyclones got the ball back, and here we are, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and the Chieftains took the opening kickoff and set up the offense, and in one play they scored. So in 14 seconds, they had a kickoff return and a touchdown.
Play action from the quarterback, runs it up the middle, wrapped up and slung down, not getting too far out of the reach there of Tongi.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Zetton Vink, number 1, is the quarterback for the Cyclones, and already this Chieftain defense hard at work, back-to-back punts for the Cyclones as they have yet to cross the 50 in this game. Another punt is away. It is muffed, but picked up right away. Colton Brusman edges to the right side. Has a lane up the middle. Sidestepping some guys and slung down at the 40. Another good redone there. That's back-to-back punts now that we've seen. We had a little bit of hard time getting full control of, but still making something out of what looked like was very little or nothing. And already the 3rd possession for this Tongi offense. We're at the 7-minute, 32-second mark of the first quarter.
And they're beginning this drive at the 41-yard line. It's a good field position. Yet to see Colton Brusman get going yet.
Play action there, throw over the middle, looking for Panky, dangerous, almost intercepted. Liam Marler, linebacker back there, was right near it, couldn't bring it in though.
Hit him right between the numbers.
So we saw the rough game that Trevor had passing the ball last week against Eudora. Definitely not his best of nights. 2 of 11 for 8 yards and no touchdowns and 1 interception to show for it. That was against arguably one of the best passing defenses in all of 4A, though. And
yeah.
I think Coach Schroyer did a great job of acknowledging that during the postgame interview that we had with him as well, saying we're not worried about Trevor. We know what he brings to the table. It was more of what the defense was showing, and that opened the way for Colton Brusman to have the big game that he did on the ground. 48 carries, 238 yards. That was 5 yards per average for everybody at home, and in back-to-back games of 3 touchdowns on the ground for Colton Brusman. Early movement on that defensive front that's going to give the Chieftains a free 5 yards. Seth Ferguson, the 5'10", 218-pound junior.
He just short of a first down, looks like. A couple yards.
So that's going to move the Chieftains up, and that's a big penalty there for Ottawa, really too. You had Tongi in a 3rd and long situation there. Offside's going to move him up 3rd and 3 now.
Now you can pick it up on the ground.
Much more of a manageable situation here.
He's going to be short, but I don't know if Coach may go for it.
Yeah, we know Preston Schroyer definitely a little bit more on the aggressive side in his play calling as of right now. Looks like they're going to go for it. I think you come to the line first and try to get him to jump because you just got him to do it once. So see if you could do it again, but then if you can't, let it run down a little bit. They're going to go right away. Stretching out left side, Colton Brusman looking for something, and I think
he might have gotten there on that second effort.
He needed 2, and I think he got 2.5. Yep. It is enough regardless. Move to change for the Chieftains and another Tonganoxie first down. So already right near midfield, still in their own territory, like the aggressive play call from Little T, going for it on 4th and 2.
Yeah, Coach Troyer made that decision very quickly.
I think it's a safe argument. The leading rusher in all 4A, and Colton Brusman, why would you hesitate going for it on 4th and short? When you need 2 yards, you give it to 16 in the backfield. He typically gives you a lot. That time, bottled up, not getting very far. So far, it looks like this front 6, especially on that defensive line for Ottawa, they're really shedding the blocks of the offensive line, and they're really bottling Brusman up to not too many big runs so far.
Yeah, it looks like they have the Mike Backer spine on him. That's what it looks like to me.
Colton Brusman entering this game 7 straight games of 100-plus rushing yards. So that's 100 yards for every game he has played so far this year. And he's had 6 touchdowns in the past 2 games as well. More play action, left side, throws it on the curl route. Holthouse shedded one man, still fighting, gets slugged down.
First down. Second effort again.
And that defensive tackle, you kind of saw him sling him forward, and that was past the sticks. And the line to gain, good enough for another Chieftain first down.
Ball spotted on the Cyclone 38-yard line.
We saw a more up-tempo Chieftain offense last week. This time getting a little bit more back to a little bit more relaxed, taking their time getting to the line.
Trying to be more balanced this week, too.
Trips to the near side here. One back on the left hip of McGraw, calls for it, gives it to him. Brusman right up the middle. Had a good hole that time, takes it to the 35 and driven back. Those are a little bit more of the carries that we are used to seeing from the senior.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4 yards.
Gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7, ball on the 35-yard line.
Same formation, still sticking with it. Trips to the near side for Tongi. As I keep getting swarmed by mouths over here, and that one through the hands and incomplete of Todd Brown. Looked like maybe a little bit of a bubble screen here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Had Pankey out front blocking for him. Smith as well.
Another 3rd down and 7. Imagine this is 4-down territory for the Chieftains after going for it on 4th and 2 earlier. Tyler Pankey gets his first reception of the game. Welcome back, young man.
Yeah, he did a nice job coming back for that ball. It was a little bit underthrown, but boy, did he make a nice adjustment. That was really pretty good coverage by the Cyclones.
22 yards through the air on that play. And Tyler Pankey, it's his first reception since coming back from injury. He suited up and played last week on senior night against Eudora. We hadn't seen him since that game, since week 2 at Spring Hill. Or gave it right back to him. Bubble screen, had to come back for it. The pass was a little bit behind him. Tried to get back up near the original line of scrimmage, and I think he just got there, but nothing more.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
You know, Coach Troyer, you know he would really like to use this game a week before the playoffs start. Would like to get Tyler Pankey more involved in this offense. Get the ball in his hands a little bit more.
Yeah, no question. Knock some of that rust off.
Exactly.
He can be a real factor in the defensive backfield, too, coming off the end. And
the young man had a lot of hype surrounding him in multiple sports in Tongi, but obviously we know his junior year last year had the knee injury against Baser. Here he is again, snags it in one hand, lowers the shoulder and dives in. Touchdown from 11 yards out.
Nice job.
What a drive.
The young man just said, I'm not going to be denied. Lowered the head and dove for the end zone.
3 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown to add on that drive for Tyler Pankey. And Jackson McWilliams looking to make it a 14-0 ball game. He is 97% on the year in extra points, and that one is good. Chieftain offense looking more in rhythm here. 3 drives, 2 touchdowns to show for in Ottawa. 14-0. Chieftains have the early advantage. Let's get some bills paid and give some love to our sponsors. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Chieftains set to kick it off again here. Bringing back the pooch kick tonight. Taken in inside the 35 and just shy of the 40. Right about the 38, 30. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 38. That is where the Cyclones will take over on offense. They're looking to get some offensive momentum going here. 2 drives, 2 punts. And they haven't gotten into Tonganoxie territory yet in this game. Meanwhile, for the Chieftains, it was 1 play, 1 touchdown, 56 yards. McGraw to Holthouse on their first drive. They punted on their second. Had a long sustained drive, converted on 4th and 2 on their side of the 50. And capped it off with an 11-yard touchdown pass, McGraw to Tyler Pankey. And for Tyler Pankey, it's only his 2nd touchdown on his 11th reception of the year.
Yeah, I've noticed in these last couple of plays on defense, the Chieftains are really trying to strip the ball. They got it out on that 1 drive, but
yeah, when we were still trying to come back live, it was like one of the first. I think it was the first offensive play for the Cyclones. There was a loose ball. Tongi, you saw the sideline jumping up and down. They thought they had it, but it appeared not. Vink throws it right down the line of scrimmage to his receiver, wrapped up and brought down right around the 45.
Good open field tackle there by Isaiah.
Take it out to the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
And this is traditionally the point here for the Cyclones so far. This is where their drives have stalled out so far. Once they get between the 40 and the 50-yard line, haven't been able to punch through yet. They need to get to the 48 to keep it alive. It's 3rd and 3 from the 45. Under 3 minutes left to go. Handoff goes right up the middle, right near that first down marker.
It'll be close. This is probably going to be 4th down.
It's going to depend on the spot. Near side official has 4th down signaled. If you're Ottawa, though, do you get a little bit aggressive here and do you go for it?
I think they go for this because it's less than a yard. Looks like the length of a football, maybe.
This is where, if, as they would call it in the NFL, the tush push might be initiated, but as initially Fink showed he was going to line up at shotgun, he just takes the snap and had plenty of room. Went off, looked like he attacked the A gap over on the right side between the center and the guard, and there was really no resistance there. Got it past midfield, and most importantly, a 1st down for the Cyclones, their first one of the game. I think maybe catching the front 4, front 6 for the Chieftains off guard there. You saw them back in shotgun, acted like they were going to take the snap. You saw them hurry, get the hands under center, and hike it and go.
I wonder if maybe that wasn't where the quarterback just pats the butt rather than having a cadence. Because that's sure what it looked like. It just looked like they got to the line of scrimmage and went.
For sure. Yeah, it definitely looked like something that was designed.
Count. That's what it looked like to me.
That's complete dimension long for the Cyclones.
At the end of the day, it worked. And another good gain of 6 yards. Vink doing a good job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Another snap, low snap, but able to handle it and give it off to his tailback, driven back. Cale Dye and company wrapping him up and driving him into the ground, slow to get up.
Yeah, that was a lot of weight on top of that young man.
Sylvie carries to the 36.
He's feeling it too. Well, I think he's going to have to come off.
I think officials, they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to have to come off.
December 11, Dante Sylvie, the 5'11", 180-pound junior running back. And yeah, he's
holding his head.
You see him holding kind of the hands out like I'm okay, but
he sure doesn't look okay.
Yeah, well, I think, good job by the officials as well. As we talk about the game of football getting more, as the years go on and player safety has become more and more of an initiative, kind of any signs like that. And I don't think it's necessarily head related. I think it's more kind of getting the wind knocked out of him related, because you saw him just getting driven back right on the back.
Ferguson gets the carry for the Cyclones.
And multiple Chieftains piling on top of him. He gets checked out on the sideline, but meanwhile the Cyclones convert yet again. Another first down, as now they look like they have something going on the offensive end.
They've made some good adjustments. Tonga was able to handle them pretty easily their first 3 possessions.
The receivers to the far side. Vink throws over the middle. Deflected, intercepted.
That's going to be a pick
Coming
6.
back with it. It's Colton Bruceman, the last man. If you're a Cyclone, who you want to see running with that football? 15, 10, 5, 6
Touchdown.
points for the Chieftains.
He had an interception last week, too.
Back-to-back weeks of interception. This time, taking it back to the house.
Yeah, a house call.
69 yards.
You knew when he was in the open field that young man's got sprinter speed, so they weren't going to catch him. The Ottawa quarterback had the angle on him, too, and still couldn't run him down.
A nice stop there on defense.
Yep.
And just when the Cyclones thought they were getting some momentum build, Colton Bruceman says, I don't think so. A pick 6 taken back to the house. Chieftains 3 touchdowns.
And the kick is good.
In this first quarter.
Puts the extra point through.
21 unanswered to open this one for Tonganoxie. They have it on top. 21-0 of the 3-4 Ottawa Cyclones. This has been the first quarter that the Chieftains, I don't think you could have asked for anything better coming into this.
Well, I think we can put to rest all the talk about overlooking the Cyclones.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And they get, this has got to give them a lot of confidence going into a playoff week.
That was only the second interception of the year for Colton Bruceman. He had one last week against Eudora, and he doubles up on it tonight and takes it 69 yards to the house for a pick 6. And McWilliams boots it out of the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 20. Upcoming.
That's what I like to see. You got a leg like that, young man, you should be letting him kick it as far as he can every time.
I think his Uncle Herschel would agree with you.
Yeah. Well, I think he had a string there going earlier in the year of like 16 straight kickoffs that it was for touchbacks.
Mm-hmm. His average kickoffs, they travel 67 yards through the air.
Well, we saw him in pregame kick one from 52 yards.
And there's very little wind, too, so it wasn't like a strong wind to his back or nothing like that.
The flags are dead still. What a gorgeous night. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Still 68 degrees. Sitting here in shirt sleeves and middle to the tail end of October, you just can't beat it.
Yep, Dylan Funk with you, of course, alongside Dennis Drennan on camera, Brendan Bolin tonight.
Yeah, we're happy to have Brendan here with us tonight. He's
for hanging with us through all the struggles that we had to start. We told him it's typically not like this, we swear. So he does a great job doing the PA work at Tongi home games He's going to be back on the mic next Friday night back at Beatty Field for the Week 9 playoff matchup. So first quarter already coming to an end. Chieftains up 21-0 over the Cyclones, looking to keep the beating going here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
It is 21-0 at the start of the second quarter, and so far that pick six, 69 yards for Colton Brusman is our early contestant for the Absolute Play of the Game, brought to you by Absolute Painting. From a fresh coat of paint to refinishing your cabinets, they do it all. This time of year, Absolute turns indoors with incredible interior paint specials. You can call for a free quote today at 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. Like to see more contestants for that official play of the game there, but right now it belongs to Colton Brusman for his defensive work. We see early movement there. I believe that's Isaiah Holthouse on the near side edge.
He got back, though.
I think for the offensive lineman, if he would have come forward, that would have initiated a neutral zone infraction, but he hung still instead. Holthouse was able to get back, and the Cyclones run that play, a design rollout to the left side. Good completion.
It looked like a blown coverage. I mean, there wasn't anyone even around him.
First and 10 Cyclones from their own 33.
You got to imagine on that Ottawa sideline that there is a lot of pressure starting to build up. Already down in a 21-0 hole, just starting the second quarter here.
Oh.
Staying on his feet, impressive there.
Yeah, it was.
Take it down to the 41-yard line.
First tackler didn't wrap up, though. That's why they always
kinda
teach you to break down and wrap up.
I just kind of put a shoulder right to the midsection, to the thigh area, which
you see that a lot in the NFL. I don't like it, but
I think it's more guys just trying to go for more kind of like the highlight tackles, just kind of throw a shoulder into them. It is worth noting that Dante Sylvie is still not coming back into this game. He's still on the sideline for the Cyclones. He was their starting running back and left a little earlier in the first quarter and is yet to be back. But right now, picking up right where we left off is Seth Ferguson.
I think they've taken his helmet away, and they may be checking him for concussion.
So at least, just looks
He's
like
trying to argue his way back into the game, it looks like.
So we're talking with the trainer. So it looks like Sylvie, at least for the moment, in the time being, he is not going to be coming back into this game. So Ferguson's going to get a lot more carries, the second string running back for the Cyclones. He's still back there, three receivers to the near side. Vink looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, good protection over the middle. Is complete, tight coverage from Zakiah Glover, but still able to bring it in. Aiden McCullough. Been great watching the McCullough boys here in Ottawa. Aiden now a sophomore and watching his older brother, especially on the basketball court as well.
Yeah.
He's a tremendous athlete, and that was a great catch with tight coverage from Zakiah Glover. Another first down for the Cyclones. So this is pretty much what they were doing on that last drive, and now just looking to eliminate the turnover that ended up cashing in 7 more points eventually for the Chieftains. Another handoff to Ferguson going up the middle, and still another good carry. That takes him inside the 40 to the 39.
It's a carry to the 41-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play, second down and 8.
41. Yes, the 39.
will say I have been held guilty of of that as well. It's one of those just kind of like subconscious things. It slips. It's like a Freudian slip sometimes. It just happens. 2nd and 8 from the 39. Come the Cyclones.
Another handoff.
Ferguson up the middle.
Oh.
Again.
The Chieftains rallied to the ball really well right there.
It almost looked like that's exactly what happened to Sylvie.
Yeah.
Driven him back. Ferguson helped up by Zakiah Glover. Good sportsmanship there. A slew of Chieftains in on the stop. And another pivotal 3rd and 7 for Ottawa. And this was the point coming into this game against this Tongi defense. These were the downs you did not want to be in if you're Ottawa. These 3rd and long situations. It's just so hard. You got to go and pass now. Go against that rush. Gets rid of it near the sticks. Incomplete. Goes into the kicking net on the Chieftains sideline.
It'll be interesting to see if they go for it here, being down 21.
I think, it'd be really, really hard inside Tongi's 40 and down 21 points and you punt.
Yeah, you're not going to gain that much.
No.
Yeah, they're going to go.
That's a really tight, tough spot that obviously no team wants to be in this early in this contest. Still a little over 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. And already in that point of the game where you feel like you got to go, you got to have it here. Vink holding on, throws it up, and incomplete. Zakiah Glover in coverage.
Good coverage by Zakiah there.
Throw was drifting out of play. Jaden Knapp is who he was looking for. Wouldn't have been completed. It was going out of play. And smart by Zakiah. As soon as he saw that it was not a catch, wasn't going to be catchable, just kind of turning his back, putting the hands up like, I'm not going to interfere. We're good. I'm not going to get the flag here. Turnover on downs. Chieftains get the ball back. Had some real estate along that left side. Slung down again. That was Tanner Hand.
Here's the 40-yard line.
That was good second effort there by Tanner because he was stopped about the line of scrimmage. Good second effort there by the young man.
With that run, now 224 yards on 40 carries for the year. For Tanner Hand, 3 touchdowns. Like we said, all season long, he hasn't gotten very many snaps in the backfield. You expect maybe that to change a little bit tonight. That time going to Brady Martin.
I think he might have lost the ball.
So he took a really strong hit, and he did. He fumbled that ball up. So the Chieftains trying to spare the legs of Colton Bruce, they go Tanner Hand on the first play for 2, and then they give it to Brady Martin along that right side. On 2nd and 8, he takes a hit, puts the ball on the turf, and the Cyclones get on top of it. Now both teams each with 1 turnover. Which I think for the Tongi coaching staff, again, you're up 21-0. They see the bigger picture. They know that starting next week, it's win or go home, so you want your best players in the best shape as possible. I like the idea of giving Colton Brusman a break there, but maybe give Tanner Hand maybe just more.
Well, Brusman's playing both ways, too.
Pressure from Kendall Smith. Didn't take quite a good angle. Had a man incomplete. Just off the fingertips, going for Knapp again.
He had a step on the Chieftains defense there.
And that was Kendall Smith with the pressure, forcing Vink out to roll out of the pocket on the right side. It was a good throw by Vink down the field. Just over the outstretched fingertips of Knapp. And if you would have put it just a little bit closer, it would have been 6. And probably expect more of that kind of action for the Cyclones moving forward, down 21-0.
One second. They just did get it off.
Pump fake. This is what the Chieftains like to do here. They throw it. What a catch there.
That was a nice sliding catch.
Cole McGrath coming back for it inside the 30. He sets the Cyclones up as they come close to knocking on the door of the red zone.
Yeah, Zakiah Glover didn't do anything wrong there. It was just a really nice catch. Quarterback threw it the only place that could be caught was by his man.
And Zetton Vink, the 5'10", 190-pound senior quarterback, really showing off the arm talent.
That was a bullet.
Yes, it was. It was like a Mahomesian kind of throw, if you ask me. Ferguson on that right side, not getting far.
Ferguson on the carry.
I think that's going to be a loss.
Tyler Pankey driving him back as well. Number 58, Tucker McGuire. And that'll slow down the Cyclone offense for the time being.
2nd and 10 for the Cyclones.
They'll say no gain on that last carry. 2nd and 10 now. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 receiver near side. They got, looks like a wingback back there as well. It's caught inside the 25. Forward progress are going to set him up at about the 24.
About a 5-6 yard gain. 5 yard.
Driven back, I think Brady Martin and Trevor McGraw in on the stop.
4-yard gain brings up 3rd down.
And now this is the point of the field where the Chieftain defense, where it just seems like they really come alive once the teams get near or inside the red zone. They just have a way of bowing their necks and bending but not breaking, that kind of mentality.
See if they can do it again.
3rd down and 5. Vink getting it out quick near side. McGrath going through defenders inside the 10. Goal to go coming up for the Cyclones. A fresh set of downs after the pitch and catch from Vink to McGrath. Nearly 15 yards on the pitch and catch there on a 3rd and 5 conversion. Cyclones trying to redeem on the interception last time they were near this territory. They're going to get a little bit closer here. Inside the 5 they'll go. Vink this time finding McCullough.
Taking up just inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah,
2nd and goal.
McGraw on the takedown there.
Cyclones still taking their time, huddling up here, getting the play call out. Now under 20 seconds on the play clock as it continues to count down. 2nd and goal from about the 4. Ferguson up the middle, not getting anywhere. Holthouse and company in on the stop. Noah Bailey getting in there as well, driving him back, keeping him right at the line of scrimmage. I might say he even lost half a yard.
3rd goal for the Cyclones from the 5.
Still that bend but don't break mentality here. Can the Chieftains keep them out? Undoubtedly, the Cyclones got to be thinking 2 plays, 2 downs to get 5 yards and a touchdown and get that goose egg off the board. Fake, looking left, pump fake, try to go back up the middle.
Nice stop there by
TJ Leeper,
TJ Leeper, yeah.
number 52 in there, tripping him up around the feet.
No gain.
So not an official sack. They say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. And actually, the Cyclones are going to bring out the field goal unit here.
That's about a extra point from here, so not a bad thing. Unless they're trying to draw the Chieftains offside.
From 27 yards, it is up.
It's good.
And good.
And the kick is good. A 22-yard field goal for Josue Navarro. Your score is 4.
So Cyclones got to settle there.
21, Cyclones 3.
Yeah.
They were inside the 5-yard line, went backwards on back-to-back plays. Like I said, bend but don't break.
Yep, had to settle for 3 instead of 7.
They get the goose egg off the board, but still plenty more work to do for Ottawa. 21-3, they trailed the Chieftains. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
I think we've only had one.
Those Cyclones get the 0 off the board. They convert on a field goal attempt after being held out of the end zone after they were off. They're on the Chieftain 5-yard line on back-to-back plays. So out comes the Chieftain offense. Last drive out, it was a fumble put on the turf from Brady Martin. Trying to get a more sustained drive going here, and it is worth the note Colton Brusman is back in the backfield.
Yep.
Tight formation here for the Chieftains. 2 receivers on the top of your screen on the far side. Brusman on the right side of McGraw. He takes the handoff, going left, tried to cut back up the middle, wrapped up around the waist, dives forward to about the 30. I think they'll call him about just a half yard short of the 30, maybe. Minimal game nonetheless on 1st and 10. Officials timeout here. That's Zach Fisher, the starting center, heading over to the sideline right now. And in is John Golba, a 5'6", 240-pound sophomore, number 50. So he will take his spot as Fisher heading off. Looks like everything's okay. He's going to be back in momentarily in this contest. Manu center to quarterback, but no problem with the snap exchange. McGraw surveying downfield, keeping his eyes downfield, throws it, and incomplete. I think maybe that's one right there. If you're little T, you might like to just see him take the yards there that were in front of him. You saw a lot of green turf in front of him, but we know Trevor's mentality. He's always going to try to get that ball down the field as far as he can. He thought he had a first down throw there.
Yeah, Coach T, I think, would have preferred to have a 3rd and manageable rather than a 3rd and long.
So this will now bring up 3rd and 9.
From the 30.
And that stops the clock, too, at 4 minutes. More play action. Has good pressure, good protection from Colton Brusman, and a bullet got by Tyler Pankey right at the sticks. Another reception for 9 yards.
I think Coach T goes for it.
They're going to call him short? So that looked like he caught it right at the sticks.
Yeah.
See, maybe if they call
for it.
Yep. They'll say no stoppage for measurement or anything. They're going to go. Last 3 passes for McGraw going to Tyler Pankey. Brusman, big lane up the middle, past the 50. First down and more. Chieftain set up in Cyclone territory.
Cyclones had to run blitz on there, and Brusman was able to split those 2 backers and pick up some great yardage.
Big carry at 12 there for Brusman. That's so far his longest of the night.
If you're going to bring the run blitz, you better get the man with the ball.
That can happen sometimes to run blitzes, though, is if you're bringing him in over in the wrong gaps or whatever, you leave the right one open for the running back, and that was the case right there for Colton Brusman. Strong running, stretching it out past the 40, lowers the shoulder, battling towards the 35.
Punishing runner right there, I'm telling you. He put a lick on that defensive back.
I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, the definition of a bruising running back.
Yeah.
It's so fitting, Colton Brusman being the bruising running back, but
He's coming out.
He's got the quick twitch to go with it as well. It's like the best of both worlds, and he's not afraid to lower the shoulder and put it right in your chest. And he is going to get checked out after that run, and Tanner Hand will come in, try to get some carries in.
Tanner's done a good job when he's had the opportunity.
This time he's going to block as McGraw goes deep. Holthaus, incomplete.
That was actually really good defense because I think Holthaus actually had that in his hands.
J.C. Morning back in coverage, number 12 for the Cyclones.
Second down and 10.
That would have been another big hitter for the Chieftains. McGraw and Holthaus already hitting for 56 yards for a touchdown on the very first offensive play for the Chieftains in this game.
Looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Chieftains here. Must have been holding.
Was there a flag?
Yeah.
Penalty moves ball to the 45-yard line of the Cyclones.
Looked like it was holding.
First down and 20 for the Chieftains.
That's why. Backing him up first and a long.
Cross pass complete to number 11, Tyler Pinckney.
Good catch from Panky, having to go up. Go up to the third floor, catch that one, bring it back down. Okay, so cameraman Brendan Bolin bringing up a good point. The officials tonight, we see all the players in October with the pink gloves and stuff. Well, the referees have pink flags tonight.
That's why I didn't see that yet.
So if they throw it just right and it lands,
catch, Brendan.
and if they throw it just right and it lands right on the midfield logo, that pink flag on that red turf is going to be a little bit harder to see. But now we know moving forward. And a decent chunk picked up there. And another one here, but dropped again by Todd Brown, his second of the game.
Man. Yeah, it was right in the old bread basket.
Still looking for his first reception.
Brings up third down and 16 for the Chieftains. Ball on the Cyclone 41.
Three receivers to the far side. And the running back on the left side. Fake the give to him, McGraw. And going to try to run, stretching out around the corner, inside the 35, shoved out of bounds. Near around there, so I think just getting back to the original line of scrimmage, somewhere around that area, but it's still going to be fourth down.
Oh, that 4th and 10.
Cyclone 35 brings up fourth down and 10.
And Tonganoxie, they're going to take a timeout here. Think about it, 1:32. It is worth noting Ottawa is going to get the ball to start the second half, so let's see if that dictates how the Chieftains attack this coming out of the timeout on Talking Sports Live.
I was just wondering.
Enter query.
Should I use a robot?
Vacuum?
No. Are robots
Bots taking over the world? Yes.
Never mind.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Unlike a robo-advisor, we can put together a personalized plan.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
I'll get everybody to stick around for the White Birch Properties Realty Executives halftime show coming up here in about a minute and a half of game time at least here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll have a lot to break down from this first half. We'll get into some of our pregame materials that we were unable to get to due to our technical difficulties. Get into some of those pregame area matchups, all that and plenty more upcoming here on Tongi Sports Live. Chieftains going to go here. Nearly a 4th and 10 play, and
they're going to get it.
Go to the well. Isaiah Holthaus bringing it in. Strong catch there, taken in with contact as well.
Yeah, we've talked about this many times, partner. It takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to go do that crossing route, knowing you're going to take a big hit. And he secured the ball and took the hit.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily like a bruising, bone-rattling hit, but it was just right when he got it in his hands. Contact was right there, and it's so easy to jar that ball loose. But the strong hands of Isaiah Holthaus bringing it in, no problem. Colton Bursman back in at running back and slung down.
16 Bursman, the ball carrier.
He is not going to get back around the line of scrimmage, losing some yards there. Big loss. And another timeout taken here by Tonganoxie, 1 minute and 4 seconds. That stops the clock.
That was an awkward tackle, too, by the Cyclones. It looked like maybe they had the hand inside the front of the jersey and pulled him down.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of on that left shoulder pad coming around on the front side. You know, officials are keeping a close eye on that as well, as that whenever they go around, players, they tend to reach around on that front side of the jersey. If it's on the back side, you get up around the nameplate area, that's an easy indication for a horse collar tackle. If you kind of go around on the front side, keep it kind of right around the chest area, or just kind of where like the numbers would be on shoulder pads of the jersey, that kind of portion, most of the time, no one's really going to whistle for it unless it just does kind of look a little too awkward. I think we see that a lot of times, but that time no flag being thrown. It stands as a loss of 3 on the carry from Colton Brusman.
Chieftains talking it over here. It'll be interesting to see if they take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do everything they can to.
I don't want to give the ball back to the Cyclones, I don't believe. They may just run it. Nope, they're going to throw it. It's like I said.
Pump fake finds Pankey again.
And he's
absorbing contact yet again. Back-to-back strong catches from this receiving core.
Well, let's give Mr. McGraw some credit here. He's putting these things on the money.
20 yards that time to Tyler Pankey. Brusman again. Caught down from behind and drugged down.
16 Parker Gooch makes a stop to the Cyclones.
I think that Guzman is spying McGraw.
I think Tongi got off their third and final timeout, and they did.
Yeah. Who's 16?
Or 16, it's Parker.
Linebacker.
Parker Goo, yeah.
Yep. He's spying Brusman. That's his only responsibility is he's watching Brusman wherever he goes.
Not the worst of ideas
No,
there.
it's probably a really good idea. But he's done a better job of it than opponents in the past. Now, I think he's the Mike linebacker.
That last play before the last run, it was 21 yards through the air from McGraw to Tyler Pankey. That's got the Chieftains set up real nice here. The second and goal play. They got no timeouts remaining. They've burned up all 3 of their timeouts here in the tail end of this drive. Trying to punch it in for 6 yards now. 47.9 seconds remaining before half.
Probably going to try and throw it in.
McGraw, pump fake. Rolling out, feeling the pressure, just dives forward. The defense was closing in. Trying to get up quickly, get the offense back to the line. Third and goal from the 3 now after a rush of 2. McGraw pulls it, rolls out right. Design play and out of stretch. And incomplete. And the Chieftains are going to send out the field goal unit.
This should be a chip shot for McWilliams.
Going to hold McWilliams to attempt the field goal. Ball on the 11-yard line, 21-yard field goal try.
3 and 4 on the year from field goal range is Jackson McWilliams.
Right down the middle.
Make it 4 and 5.
McWilliams comes through again.
No problem there. So both teams trading off field goals their last two scores. It is now 24-3. 22 seconds remaining before halftime. Chieftains going to be giving the ball back to the Cyclones to see if they try to do anything with it or if they just want to go to the locker room. They will be receiving the kickoff to start the second half.
This may be where Coach Troyer wants that squib kick so the clock starts when it's touched. If he kicks it into the end zone, the clock will not start.
Again, you kick it deep. You set them up where they got to drive 80 yards at 22 seconds. So they maybe just take the knee there and say, we're going to get the ball, start the second half. We're going to try to regroup.
Down 3 touchdowns.
Come out and attack.
I think they're going to have to try and do something.
Jackson and Williams to kick off for the Chieftains. Navarro and Long each return for the Cyclone.
So it looks like they are going to let him.
Look at that.
Boot it deep.
Kicked it almost out of the end zone.
Touchback. Cyclones take over 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, people don't realize that's a real weapon in high school football. If you got
it really is.
If you can kick it into the end zone, because the opponent starts from the 20, not the 25.
Or just, on the average high school kicker, they might be able to boot it and it stays returnable, about the 10, 15-yard line, and they bring it up 10, 15, maybe even 20 yards. And still, when it's almost automatic, when you send a kicker out and says, all right, we just scored and now we're going to pin them, or they're going to have to drive 80 yards down the field to answer, that's a huge, huge advantage.
Yep.
And having the field goal unit as well.
Yeah, they're just running the ball.
Brew's been plugging the hole.
They're not going to call a timeout. That should do it for the first half.
Yep, in no hurry to try to get another play off. I think that's going to do it here.
That's going to be it.
Down 3 touchdowns. Cyclones will look to regroup. Meanwhile, Chieftains trying to keep the pressure on. 24-3, they lead. We'll be back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show here coming up on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
And welcome back onto Tonganoxie Sports Live. This is the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. At White Birch Properties, you have a team of agents ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. You can visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Dylan Funk here now, joined alongside Brendan Bolin here. Brendan, it's good to have you on here. Our first time here
yes,
on Tonganoxie
sir.
Sports
Yes,
Live.
sir.
How about
Appreciate to be on here.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for coming out and helping out with us tonight. We've been treated to a good one outside the rocky start on our end, but 24-3, the Chieftains lead the Cyclones. We talked about it. This was a game coming in that it was all about the high of senior night last week and then the playoffs coming up next week, that you don't want to treat this as a trap game, and the Chieftains, I think, put that to bed pretty early. They haven't really missed a beat so far, offensively or defensively.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they came into this game with high expectations here, being now ranked the 5th team in 4A. Now, all of a sudden, they've come out the gates flying on offense and defense. A lot of people, you've seen Ottawa. They've upset a lot of teams like Eudora, and the Chieftains have come in here flying all of a sudden. So it's really nice to see that only 2 possessions have really gotten away from them. The other times they've been able to drive the ball down the field really well and hold up this Ottawa defense.
The thing that continues to impress me the most is this defense for Tongi, and I shouldn't really be surprised. I know it's Matt Bond. We know Matt Bond defenses are just so they're tough as nails year in and year out, but this year in particular, they just seem to keep getting better and better every single year. And I mentioned it earlier, they have the bend but don't break mentality. They might, they're not going to hold you to 3 and outs every single time, but once teams get inside the 25 and 20-yard line, the defense, I don't know what it is, that mentality they go to, but they just make it really, really hard to earn points off them. And a perfect example earlier, holding Ottawa to settling for a field goal. Now we're down 21-0.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Playing for him back my freshman and sophomore year, he'd always be so hard on us, especially inside the red zone. He'd always tell us, don't let him score. You have to have a good mentality. And the Chieftains all season have done a good job of just that, especially holding Ottawa here to 3 points.
I think what it goes back to is the Snicker bars. I think.
Those were a thing still.
Yeah, for those at home that might not know, it's always on defense, or especially on the offensive line too. If you make a good play or just anything, you come back into the locker room on Mondays before practice or whatever, you usually find a couple of Snicker bars. But if you played really well, you find a couple of Snicker bars in your locker room. It's the way, just keeping that morale up and keeping the motivation as well from Coach Bond. It's glad to hear that he's still continuing to do that. But yeah, so far, this Chieftain team, they're looking really, really solid. I think this is a perfect tune-up game as well, especially for the offense, because we saw how off they were passing the ball last week against Eudora, and obviously, like we said, it was one of the best passing defenses in all of 4A in the Cardinals, but kind of given the passing offense of Tongi being one of the best in the state as well, you thought that maybe something would have to give a little bit. Instead, it was, I think, 2 of 11 for 8 yards and 1 interception, no touchdowns for Trevor McGraw. First play of the game, he comes out tonight. I like taking the shot early, and they connect 56 yards. Isaiah Holthouse. They punt on the next drive, and then the third drive they come out. Nice sustained drive, and they cap it off for Tyler Pankey, 11 yards out. And really, so far, Pankey, he's been the one having a great game so far tonight. It's kind of quick tally up the yardage here. I don't want to do it in my head on air. I'm really bad with
not
math,
the best at math either, but
63 yards on 5 receptions and 1 touchdown so far tonight for Tyler Pankey. And a couple of those have been some big catches, having to go up for it, maybe come behind a little bit and taking in some contact with them as well. I think it's a big boost for this offense, especially going into next week and hopefully further to have number 11 out there. We know what he brings defensively, but offensively, he's just another added bonus to this very lethal offense for the Chieftains.
Oh, yeah, I kind of see him as the Chiefs. You have several young talent offensive players who really are huge playmakers. By the way, Tanker, welcome back, my man. It's good to have you back playing. Trevor told me after the Eudora game, he's like, I didn't play that good. I kind of need to tune things up, and it's kind of been a pattern I've seen. Once the Chieftains take the deep ball early, they can really get their offense rolling here, and Trevor McGraw's having such a good game so far after taking that first deep shot. He's had a bit of issues finding the receivers, behind him or overthrowing him a little bit, but I'm sure in the second half he's really going to have to tune it up, and I'm sure Troy is going to want him to tune it up here too.
That was our first half recap, brought to you by the Tonganoxie Public Library, open 7 days a week at 1217 East 4th Street. The Public Library is proud to support the community and helping to provide exceptional community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Learn more at their website, www.tonganoxielibrary.org.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a rep.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back to White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. We're going to roll into, let's backtrack a little bit into some of our pregame material, and let's get into our local area matchups brought to you by Brothers Market. You can check out their weekly ads and specials in store on their website at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. A lot of big matchups happening all across 4A and Kansas today as this is the 8th and final week of the regular season. We're going to have playoffs starting up next Friday. Again, so a lot of these, for seeding purposes, are important to keep an eye on. We start up at the top, the number 1 overall ranked 4A team, Bishop Miege Stags. They are hosting the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies tonight. St. James Academy Thunder at the Blue Valley North Mustangs. A couple of struggling teams playing there. St. James looking to come out with a victory to help their seeding odds for next week, as are the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints at Blue Valley Southwest taking on the Timberwolves. The Wyandotte Bulldogs heading up and taking on, this is actually the number 1 overall ranked 4A team just based off records itself, the Atchison Phoenix. The Phoenix really having a terrific season, averaging about like 58 points per game this year. I mean, they are just really having a terrific season up there in Atchison. They are hosting the Wyandotte Bulldogs, trying to close out their perfect regular season to lock up that number 1 seed for sure. The Chanute Blue Comets taking on the Labette County Grizzlies. And get into UKC Conference. Mesa Linwood Bobcats at DeSoto to take on the Wildcats. A battle of the felines there and a big showdown in the UKC Conference. The Turner Golden Bears trying to get right tonight, looking for some positive momentum as they travel up to Lansing to take on the Lions. Turn that drum mic down just a little bit. The Piper Pirates go on the road to take on Topeka Seaman Vikings. We saw Tongi soccer team take on Topeka Seaman this past Tuesday on the soccer pitch. The Baldwin Bulldogs trying to close out a little bit of a winning streak they've had going on. They are at Wellsville to take on the Eagles. A battle of a couple of really struggling teams, the Schlegel Stallions and the Bonner Springs Braves. Braves trying to avoid going winless in the 2023 season, trying to get a win at home against the Stallions on senior night. In the Frontier League play continuing, the Paola Panthers at Eudora to take on the Cardinals. Eudora trying to get back within 500 range, and then a big one across the Varsity Sports Live channels. It's just really all a 4A as well. And for the Frontier League Championship, the Wildcats at Spring Hill to take on the Broncos. And I'm going to look up a quick scoring update courtesy of our sister channel over at Spring Hill Sports Live. And as of right now, Wildcats in control, 21-0 they lead. So it looks like Declan Battle and company, they're going to complete their perfect season, and they're going to claim a Frontier League championship on the way. There's still some time left in that game, so anything can happen. Again, if you want to keep tabs on that game, you can go over to Spring Hill Sports Live and watch that game go on. And we do also want to take this time as well to promote our new and improved Varsity Sports Live website. VarsitySportsLive.com is the one place where you can watch all your favorite teams' broadcasts this season. You can watch past broadcasts. You can easily navigate to games in live action, or you can see all the upcoming live streams for weeks to come, so you never miss a minute of the action. Plus, you can get access to all of Varsity Sports Live's upcoming broadcasts for the week and see if your favorite team is being covered on one of our 10 channels across eastern and southern Kansas. And be sure to follow along with us on Facebook at Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie to stay up to date on all the latest upcoming live streams on Tongi Sports Live. If you're following us, you got the post that was up saying we had some technical difficulties that were going on and that we were going to be a little bit late coming live on air. So it's good to just follow along with us on Facebook. Again, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. Go check out our website, VarsitySportsLive.com. Varsity Sports Live, where the action never stops. We're going to step aside just for one more time here. We'll get another break in, and we'll be back with second half action after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
And as always, this presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Both teams are out on the field going through final warm-up stretches. The literal Halloween music pumping through the speakers. It's a lot of Halloween music being played. So we just went bumping through Ghostbusters during the majority of the break, and it's about that spooky time of the year. It was looking real spooky for the Cyclones there in the first half. They were down 21. Did you like that segue right there?
I like that.
Down 21-0 early to the Chieftains. They were able to get a field goal after they were stalled out inside the Chieftains' 5-yard line on the doorstep of the goal line. They were held out, had to settle for a field goal, and the Chieftains added one themselves from Jackson McWilliams. Now joined by the Adams family. As we get ready for the second half kickoff tonight, brought to you by Lynch Real Estate, or your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your first home all the way to your dream home. And they make your real estate dreams come true. Visit Dan Lynch and his team today in Tonganoxie. That's how you kind of clapping and snapping over there with the music. It's all good. Cyclones going to be receiving the kickoff to start the second half. So Jackson McWilliams, he'll boot it. Presumably, he will boot it deep again. That one to give the Cyclones a chance at a big return to start things off. And at this point, if you're Ottawa, it is really every mindset going into every offensive possession. It's now or never. You're down 3 scores, 21 points. He tried to do everything he can to come back in this one. Meanwhile, for the Chieftains, just more of the same from the first half as this one tails off towards the left, and it hits in the end zone for another touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20 come the Cyclones.
Be nice to see the Chieftains get a 3 and out here.
It was the first half of drives in the first half for Ottawa. I mean, really, they weren't going anywhere. They were stalled out quickly, and they had to punt. But as the first half got along, the offense really started clicking. And Zet and Vink, I don't know just if it was a comfort thing or what it was, but you can tell he got more comfortable back there, and he got more comfortable slinging the ball around. As the first handoff stopped by Tommy Messersmith and company, and it looked like that was Sylvie, number 11, on the handoff there. It is Dante Sylvie. We have not seen him since the first quarter. He had to exit out with an injury, and we did not see him the rest of the first half, but he got some extra rest during halftime, and he is back out there, so that's a big boost for the Cyclones in hopes of trying to complete this 21-point comeback.
Now he's going out as a wide receiver.
Empty backfield. Yep. Vink looking to throw, and incomplete, well over the head. Had a couple of receivers he might have been looking for. Cole McGrath, number 15, was in the area, and Knapp as well. Or say it was intended for Knapp.
Yeah, Knapp got an earful from his coach because I think he was supposed to take that across the middle further.
Yeah. So usually when you see two receivers in that close a vicinity to each other, there's an odds are that one of them, somebody ran the wrong route or somebody didn't drag it out far enough or cut it off too short.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Cyclones have shown the ability to convert on these 3rd and longs. Going to have to do it here. Designed roll out to the left. Vink gets rid of it. I believe it's caught. Escorted out right away by Todd Brown along the far sideline in the Tongi bench. I think that was Mitch Long, number 3.
Bring up 4th and a long 2.
Undoubtedly going for it, without a doubt.
I would think.
Well,
just as we say that, it looks like we're bringing a punt team.
Well, that shows what you and I know.
Yep. I don't think they want to give the Chieftains this short of a field to start the second half, being down by 3 scores already. So they'll kick it out of there.
You'd be interested.
Unless they fake it.
Yeah, it's just got to be careful for any of the trickery. You saw the Chieftains kind of playing it a little more safe there. Caught on the line, Colton Bruisman. He's so dangerous in open field, past midfield, past the 45, and brought down right there. So Chieftains still going to be setting up in Cyclone territory.
And, if you're the Ottawa coach, you gained about 15 yards there. That's it. I mean, it was about a 25-yard kick and at least a good 10 to 12-yard return, so you didn't gain that much.
Yeah, but maybe this is also showing a little bit of confidence in your defense as well, especially that last offensive drive for the Chieftains. That defense really held up strong, especially inside the 10-yard line for the Cyclones. They've done a better job of bottling up Colton Bruisman. That time he bursts loose.
He gets about 7.
Chieftains go more hurry up here. This is more what we saw last week. It's on the ground right now. McGraw able to pick it up, though, slides down right around the 35. A collision in the backfield. Bruisman getting up okay, tangled up with Tommy Evans, number 64. Both appear to be okay. Bruisman kind of limping over to the sideline right now. And right over to Mark Padfield, the trainer. Tanner Hand comes in for him in the backfield. He'll be on the left side of McGraw. Loaded up on that left side of the line. He'll run it right up the middle. Had plenty of room. First down and more. I think in a big hole like that, you could have ran for at least 3 yards.
I don't know.
Not these days?
Not these days.
Nonetheless.
Not only that, I'd have probably got a broken hip on the tackle.
Nonetheless, a big hole for Tanner Hand.
Yeah.
We'll give it to him again. Good patient running and waited just a little bit too long trying to wait for something to open up. Still able to pick up maybe about 1 yard.
Yep.
It continues to be an absolutely beautiful night here at Ottawa High School. So we're set up outside on a platform right outside of the press box, and
still in the 60s.
Could not ask for a more beautiful evening in mid-October in Kansas. Play action. McGraw rolling out right, avoids one defender, turns on the jets, angles towards the sticks. What a play there. Showing it off with the feet. We'll see where do they spot him.
I'll say he went out right before the down marker. Yeah, it's going to be second. Ooh. They're going to measure it, I think.
No, they're going to go. They're going to give him the first down.
Chieftains football on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Longest rush of the night for McGraw, 9 yards.
Hand gets the carry.
Back up with Hand. I'm almost caught off guard because it's not too often where you actually hear the PA announcer talking during the play.
Right.
Like you hear it a lot in the movies and stuff, but it throws me off. Tanner Hand still hanging out in the backfield. Colton Bruisman heading off to the sideline. He was a little hobbled after one play, but presumably everything's okay. Just letting Tanner Hand get some extra carries in tonight.
And just like every time he goes in there, he makes the most of his opportunities. He's going to be a featured back next year.
Yep.
They're down to 3 from the 10.
It looks like Bruce. It looks like he might have gotten his left ankle taped up a little bit. It looks like he's got his helmet back. He's putting it back on. He's going to be coming back in the game momentarily. See if the coaches let him back in. Meanwhile, the Chieftain offense keeps on marching. On 3rd down, they got close. It's going to be about 4th and inches.
4th down, less than a yard for the Chieftains.
And going to go for it. No hesitation about it. They hurry up. Hand goes in there. Got what he needed right around the 5-yard line. Still going.
Taking out inside the 5-yard line.
Another strong run for Tanner Hand, and he will now come out of the game.
Yeah, that's too bad. I'd like to see him get it one more time, see if he could get a touchdown.
We'll see if Bruisman maybe can do it for him right here. Trying to go on that right side, wrapped up. Good tackle. Zach Winter, number 7, wrapping him up right around the thighs and bringing him down.
Second and goal from 3.
This is exactly where the Chieftains were on their last offensive drive in the second quarter, and they stalled out, end up settling for a field goal, trying to punch it in here, and they do.
Touchdown, Chieftains.
Another touchdown on the night for Colton Bruisman. And the Chieftains continue to add on here.
Over to home, McWilliams to kick.
McWilliams back on again for the extra point attempt. Looking to make it a 31-3 ball game. A great first drive of the second half for the Chieftains. Almost predominantly on the ground and capped off from 3 yards out by Colton Bruisman. Taking the score up 31-3. Chieftains in firm control in this Frontier League showdown.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
It was something that, as Brendan and I were talking about on the halftime show, and you had mentioned it earlier in the game too, that this was a game that when we talked with Little T last week, that this was a game that you don't want to treat it as a trap game and not overlook the Cyclones, and I think message was clear throughout the whole entire week. 31-3, Chieftains continuing to pile it on for the Cyclones. And that just curled inside the pylon for a touchback. I noticed that with McWilliams. They've kind of tailed off to the left, and if it goes out of bounds, it's a penalty. I believe
it's not going out of bounds until it's in the end zone.
Yeah, if it goes out before it crosses the goal line into the end zone. I believe they throw the flag in the air. It's 15 yards.
And start from the 35 instead of the 20.
So might just need to aim a little bit more to the right or more towards the center. Upcoming for Jackson McWilliams. We're getting the courtesy bounce
kicking
there.
them like that.
Yeah. I just want to take a look real quick at just some of the overall numbers and the matchups of what we had coming into this matchup tonight. You see Ottawa, again, their offense, nothing too special. Just kind of the 21st overall offense gets the 17th overall defense. And Tonga, even though they have not been playing like that tonight, limiting the Cyclones to 3 points. Had an interception, a pick six, 69 yards out by Colton Brusman as his great night has continued. First time all season he's had a touchdown on offense and defense.
Yep.
Not too many guys that
making a case for player of the game.
Yep. As always, our Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance Player of the Game is. We announced that during the Brothers Market postgame show after the conclusion of the contest here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Colton Brusman winning that award multiple times, including last week as well. Their completion for Vane got the sticks. He finds Cole McGrath. Like initially should have been first down, and they make it official. First down there. I always get just a little bit thrown off for teams. Whenever you're down this much, my mind instantly always goes to, I mean, you're down 28 points right now, 4 touchdowns. Why are we not going with maybe a little bit more up-tempo, trying to get something going here?
I'm with you, partner.
Cyclones still taking their time. Vake, field pressure from Holthouse. Dumps it off. Pankey sheds a blocker. Can't bring him down. Oh, and a big block. What looked like disaster for the Cyclones ends up being
pink flag.
So I only had the yellow graphic. I wasn't prepared for pink, but nonetheless, flag is thrown in the air. Looked like maybe after the play was over. It'll be interesting to see how they want to sort all this out. Officials still talking about it. You see Preston Troyer right there, right on top of it, clapping his hands. So early indication shows it's going to be a penalty on Ottawa.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yep.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Cyclones.
Ooh, that wipes out a big gain.
So no official numbers or anything given. They go out and talk with head coach Walt Alexander.
Wow, that's going
for
to
Ottawa.
Them up 15. That was a first down, too.
Yeah, that's huge, without a doubt.
Penalty moves the ball to the 25-yard line. Second down for the Cyclones.
That play, too, for Vink. You saw him rolling out, and Holthouse was right in his grill. A Dennis without a license, and looked like it was going to be a loss or maybe just an incompletion at best, but he still gets it to a receiver. He breaks a couple of tackles. He got a great block as well, but all in the end wiped out by the penalty. Throw it right in the middle. His second of the game. It's Colton Brusman stretching it out down around the 10-yard line before he's tackled out of bounds. How about that? 2 interception game for Colton Brusman. No fly zone over the middle of the field. We can confirm.
Yes.
First and 10 for the Cyclone 11.
Young man's having a game.
Oh, no doubt about it. Now the Chieftains just looking to just keep piling it on.
Ottawa's done a nice job of limiting Bruisman's runs tonight.
Yep. Yeah, we saw last week against Eudora that Bruisman was literally, averaging about almost 5.5 yards per carry on every single attempt tonight. While the average per carry is going to be down, you give credit to the Cyclones. They have done a great job of limiting him. Quick throw to Owen Schmidt. Can't get around the edge quickly enough.
That was a good open field tackle there by the Cyclones.
It's number 9, Hayden Hull. 6'1", 143-pound sophomore for Ottawa, sniffing it out. It is also kind of worth noting some of the body language and stuff happening on the Ottawa sideline as well. There's some players kind of
got their daubers down.
Yep. Some temper starting to flare. Dante Sylvie not happy with the way things are going tonight. Meanwhile, Tyler Pankey takes it in, trying to shed a block, and it's going to be held up right around the 5. So positive net yardage there, but that will bring up a 4th down, and again, the field goal unit will come on. And why not?
Yeah.
Chieftains to attempt the field goal. Clever hold. McWilliams to kick. Ball on the 12-yard line, a 22-yard field goal attempt.
Knocked his first one. This one 22 yards out.
Money
for McWilliams. Just almost looks too easy for him. Splits the upright. 3 more points on the board for the Chieftains. Your score, Tongi 34, Ottawa 3. Back after this on Tongi Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
So for Tongi, not quite in the territory of a running clock, even though it's a 31-point lead. As of right now, it looks like they are well on their way to securing their 6th win. After back-to-back seasons of 4 and 5, they'll be 6-2, presumably 6-2. Obviously, a lot of things could still go wrong between now and then, but if that were to happen, then we're going to be on SportsCenter without a doubt. And another touchback is taken here. You saw Mitch Long kind of waiting, seeing if it was going to take a bounce and go out of bounds, but instead it goes into the end zone for another touchback. You take a look, just right now at the initial 4A East standings coming into tonight. The Chieftains currently sit the 5th ranked team. And as of right now, if things were to stay exactly where they are, and obviously that's not going to happen, but their matchup next week, it would be these Ottawa Cyclones back at home in Tonganoxie at Beatty Field.
Yep. And you got to feel pretty good about that after you're the Chieftains.
So with the ball carrier for the Cyclones, take it down across the
other teams kind of close around that 12 seed range. It could be Paola, potentially Piper maybe. As of right now, if Chieftains on a really good side of the bracket, they have a good chance of kind of their portion because they're kind of more towards the top half of the bracket.
Right.
And they have a really a good field with them, filled with teams that they have met before and they have beaten, including Basler Linwood and Chanute, Eudora, Cyclones, Panthers from Paola. Now, obviously,
6 yards and a Cyclone first down. Ball on the 32-yard
matchups aren't going to be finalized until, I would bet, probably tomorrow afternoon sometime, maybe even Sunday. Give Keisha about that extra day. Everyone's going to be busy at volleyball sub-state tomorrow, which we want to wish the Tonganoxie Chieftains all the best of luck tomorrow as they travel down to Chanute. They open up first-round action in their sub-state matchup against the Bishop Miege Stags as they look to try to punch their ticket to state. I wish all the Chieftain volleyball players and everyone making the drive down the best of luck, and hopefully we can follow you guys to state, hopefully if we make it that far.
Yeah.
Taken out at the 34. Second down.
And Tongi, speaking of, while we're just talking about Chanute, Tongi soccer, they'll be playing regionals coming up on Tuesday. They'll be making the drive down to Chanute. Is it Tuesday, right, Brendan? It is on Tuesday. So best of luck to the Tongi boys soccer team as they go down to take on the Blue Comets. I don't think a lot of people realize how, or maybe they do, how far of a drive Chanute is. I know my first time when we had the broadcast last year, you think, oh, maybe, an hour or so. Like, it's a drive, but it's not that long of a drive. When you're about 2.5 hours into it, though, my goodness. Especially if you're going down on a school bus as well, you're getting close to 3 hours. I mean, it's not necessarily the drive down, it's the drive back.
And
once
depending
the game
on
is
the
over.
outcome.
That's also true. Next, when we were down there last year, obviously the Chanute Blue Comets, the football team, one of the best in 4A. They pummeled the Chieftains that night. And I mean, on the drive back home, not getting home till about 12:30 in the morning. But nothing else I'd rather be doing on my Friday nights, though.
Exactly.
Vink rolls out, throws another bullet for McGrath, but incomplete. Went astray. I'll tell you, for Vink, obviously not the night that he has been looking for, or his team has been looking for from an offensive production standpoint, but his arm talent, though, I mean, he has shown the capability of, he's got something.
Yeah, I was watching him during the warm-ups, and he was throwing it over 50 yards in the air pretty easily.
Back on, punting unit comes out on 4th and 8. I think Bruceman's just going to let it bounce, and he'll actually take it in, but not getting any further. He's going to be brought down right where he brought it in. I think if you're a special teams coach, or really just any coach, you kind of see your players do that whenever that ball takes that extra bounce high up in the air.
Hold your breath.
You do hold your breath. So you always fear the worst if it takes that extra bounce or spin and it goes off your face mask or your shoulder pad and it knocks loose. That's how I feel when I see McCole Hardman back for a punt return. By the way, McCole Hardman, welcome back, Kansas City.
Or if you're Julian Edelman and it hits your glove.
Back to the Patriots-Chiefs AFC Championship game. We're at that point of the game now in a 34-3 game.
I'm still not over that loss.
Hand the ball carrier.
2 Super Bowls later from Mahomes and company, and we're still.
That was his chance to beat the GOAT. Good gain on first down.
2nd and 5. Tanner Hand, another good lane, getting a little bit closer, knocking off 3 yards that time for 3rd and 2 coming up. Hand to come out, Bruceman back in.
I think Coach Troyer would be happy to run this ball for the rest of the game.
Yeah, the big boys up front, too, they like that. You see Ottawa threatening to bring the blitz. It's another first down for Colton Bruceman up near the 45. The offensive linemen, I mean, they take a lot of pride when it gets in that point of the game where the coaches can look to you in the huddle on the sideline and says, we're gonna pound it down their throat. We're gonna tell them, hey, this is what's coming, left side, right side, and they're not gonna be able to stop it because you big boys are gonna dictate and drive them wherever you want them to go. Pass protection this time. Pressure off the right side. McGraw. Look at the speed. Getting up at the 40 before coming out of bounds.
Young man really got good speed.
In Cyclone territory at the 30.
I think one of the many track stars on this.
6-yard line.
Well, more on the baseball field for Trevor McGraw.
Yeah.
But we hear all the time on this team that there's a lot of players that are on the track team that got a lot of speed. He could easily be one of them if he wanted to.
Tanner Hand's one of those.
Trevor McGraw actually a commit to play baseball at Kansas City, Kansas Community College and the Blue Devils.
You and I called many of his ball games, and he's quite the athlete. Yeah, that fatigue's starting to show up a little bit on that Ottawa Cyclone defense because the big boys of Tongi up front are having their way right now.
Yeah, Tongi players pointing up to the game clock as it is now under 10 seconds. They don't have to run another play, and they're not going to. Fours are up. Fours are up here in Ottawa. 1 quarter to go and a blowout, 34-3. Chieftains looking to close it out here on the other side on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutionsks.com for more information. The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
We're going to keep it rolling along here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. The start of the fourth quarter. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan and Brendan Bolin on camera tonight. This game pretty much in hand right now, 34-3. Chieftains looking to cap it off with a touchdown here, and I think it'd be pretty safe to say, knowing the playoffs start next week, if the Chieftains punch it in here and they go up 41-3, I don't think we're going to see many of the starters for the rest of this game. I think this is a lot put in the JV squad, put in the underclassmen. You don't, like I say it every time, you don't want a Boobie Miles incident.
Nope.
You cannot afford to lose anyone that's offensive line or any Colton Brusman, any of the really just any of the players. I don't want to lose any of them. For continuing to play in kind of what would essentially be called garbage time in a game that is already well put away, you know you're going to win. Two backs out. We said Chieftains is really looking to
pound a rock.
Yes. Up the middle, Hand following his blockers was Colton Brusman. Good design there for a gain of 7 and a first down.
Gain of 5 yards on the play to the 25-yard line, first down.
It's like when they got the two-back set with Brusman in hand, it's always so interesting because you see how selfless the two are. When one gets the handoff, the other says, all right, follow me. I'm going to be your lead blocker, guiding you through all the mess on the defensive side.
It's just
it's going to be Brusman following Hand again. I mean, look at it, right? Yeah. Up the middle.
And I did catch the defensive coordinator for the Ottawa Cyclones just say, don't give up. I think he's seeing some tired players out there right now for the Cyclones.
Remember, for the Cyclones, I mean, this was a team that we just go back 3-4 weeks ago where they had the upset win against Eudora, where at the time everyone thought, like, what is going on? And we've seen Eudora have their struggles a little bit, but, not maybe to that point. Another strong run. Colton Brusman, 21 yards. Touchdown, Tonganoxie.
That should start the running clock.
Well, not quite yet. Holding called on Tonganoxie.
Going to bring it back. I can't see those pink flags.
It is a little tougher to see at times. Would have been the third touchdown of the game for Colton Brusman.
Called back he may get it yet.
Yeah. You see some of the Ottawa defenders are so impressed with him as well. You saw Parker Hughes, number 16 for Cyclone. The Brusman walked by. He just kind of reached over, tapped him over on the helmet, like, good run, man. But
yep.
Penalty moves the ball to the 31-yard line. It's a second down and 16.
And those are the kind of plays there you want to try to iron them out now. You don't want to have to try to worry and deal with them moving forward for the rest of the season, obviously. But that's especially in playoff time that those kind of penalties, they get magnified on a whole different level.
Yep. Tanner got about 5 of that back.
Ball spotted on the 26-yard line, third down and 11.
Yeah, but back to the point before Colton Brusman, just did what he does before it was called back. I mean, this Cyclone team was a team that after upsetting Eudora, then they go on the road next week at Spring Hill, and they drag the Broncos down in the mud and give them a run for their money. Everyone was thinking, like, the Cyclones are really catching a lot of the attention and a lot of eyes across 4A as a team that could potentially be a spoiler.
On the carry, take it down to the 20-yard
But they've kind of been brought back down a little bit to, I think, what the expectations were for them this year. Last week on the road at Lewisburg, get shut out 33-0, and then I think the Chieftains doing what I expected Tonganoxie to really do against. I don't know if anybody else really did.
We're going to have a field goal, it looks like.
Yes, we are.
This is going to be...
It's going to be 37 yards.
37-yard field.
Yep, 37 yards.
His career long is 43, and this will be the third field goal of the game. He had made 3 field goals on the year coming into this one. 37 yards.
Money.
Plenty of leg, and it is good.
That'd have been good from 45. Easy.
Lucky number 37. Chieftains on top, 37-3. Third field goal of the game, that time 37 yards out. See, lucky number 37. For Jackson McWilliams, we'll be back in 30 seconds on Tongi Sports Live.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Still. So Jax McWilliams, he has been having a night so far. 3 field goals. The last one coming from 37 yards out gives the Chieftains a 37-3 advantage. Boots it deep again.
Wow.
Chieftains kick into the end zone, touchback. Cyclones take over first and 10.
This game is definitely one for the recruiting tape for Jackson McWilliams. And for many on this Tongi squad as well. It has been a dominant overall outing for everyone on this team. Basically, again, you just see it on these Cyclones. I mean, even from the crowd as well. It looks like, the wind is taking out everybody from the student section to the pep band and the players on the sideline as well. I mean, a lot of heads hanging down, and this was not.
It looks like a defeated team.
Yeah, they really do. Crowded backfield, and at the moment we do have a change at quarterback. This is Hayden Hull, 6'1", 143-pound sophomore, as he is now back there taking snaps.
3 yards. Second down, 7.
So, scouring the sideline, trying to look for Vink. Yep, not seeing him out there for the moment. So right now this is Hull's game and his ship to tread right. And not a good one there. Trying to pitch it late, and the ball put on the turf and clearly recovered by Tonganoxie. And bad just goes to worse for the Cyclones, but everything just keeps being great for the Chieftains, which is good for us, good for business.
Oh, yeah.
They will set up again right around the red zone. First and 10 at the 21.
First and 10 Chieftains from the Cyclone 21.
Starting offense still out there on the field with the exception of Colton Brusvin. Tanner Hand in the backfield for the time being. Chieftains trying to break 40 points on this drive. Wide open, Pankey just gets back to 20, but gobbled up pretty quick.
Yeah, he's going to gain about 4. Maybe 5, 4.
He was open and closing out quick was Hayden Hull. Chieftains taking their sweet time, getting to the line. Althouse on the left side of the line, Pankey on the right. Looks like they're loaded up for a run, and they will to Tanner Hand. But getting in there, sniffing it out is Tommy Evans, number 64. Like he shot the gap there, got inside leverage on the blocker, was able to peel down and bottle up Tanner Hand, keeping him from going any further. And maybe just getting back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd and 6 at the 18. Two receivers on the left side. McGraw looking right. He's going to throw. It's Owen Schmidt. And incomplete.
Triple coverage.
All right, so 3 for 3 on field goal so far tonight. Can he go 4 for 4? Jax McWilliams back on for another field goal attempt.
It's going to be a little bit closer than the last one.
Fourth down for the Chieftains into attempt a field goal. Mary Jackson McWilliams, Glover to hold.
About a 34-yarder.
34-yard field goal try.
Made the last one from 37. Now he's going to try from 34. And it is good.
Money McWilliams again.
So I was so confident he was going to make that. I just got rid of the whole score to get it up to 40 points on the score bug. 4 for 4 on the night for Jax McWilliams. Talk about another player maybe making a run for the Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance player of the game. 4 for 4 on field goals. Last two from 37 and 34 yards out, respectively. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Talking Sports Live.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Another kicked off pinning here for Tonganoxie. Jax McWilliams boots into the end zone, another touchback. So we saw the Cyclones. They made a change at quarterback on their last drive. Hayden Hull came in, and shortly after, turnover. The ball was put on the turf. Chieftains jumped on top of it. Weren't able to capitalize a touchdown off of it, but like we mentioned, Jax McWilliams came on for the 34 point, that'd be great, a 34-point field goal attempt in football, 34 yards. Taking him 4 for 4 on the night from field goal range. And like I said, he had only attempted 4 field goals. He was 3 of 4 on the year coming into tonight, 43-yard. It's his career long officially that he had made in a game.
Makes pass to McCullough complete across the 25-yard line.
Nice little shoulder tackle there from Colton Brusvin. You just know he's walking around with that kind of confidence and swagger that when it's your night, I mean, it's your night. What's anybody going to do about it?
Gain of 7 on the play, second down and 3.
2 interceptions at the defensive side, including a 69-yard pick six. Also been doing it on the ground as well. Colton Brusvin has been having a good night.
Just like every other night.
Vink is back there in the backfield, gives off to Sylvie. Trying to direct through traffic, tripped up right around the 35, spilling forward. A good carry there for Sylvie. And we remind everybody to stick around for the Brothers Market post-game show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll have our breakdown of this game, and we'll kind of just have a quick recap. We'll look back on the season of the Chieftains, what are soon going to be in about 5.5 minutes, a 6-2 Tonganoxie Chieftains, and preview some potential matchups maybe next week for their playoff matchup. We'll also go around their local area matchups. We'll try to get any scoring updates on those as well. And the big one we were keeping an eye on was Lewisburg and Spring Hill. That game was going to be for the Frontier League Championship, but I believe last time we checked, Lewisburg was up 21-0, so looked like they were going to be on their way to a perfect regular season and locking up that Frontier League Championship. If you want to check out the score on that, you can click off of our station and go over to our sister station at Spring Hill Sports Live. Let's see how that game is going on. But we also had some other big games as well that we'll check on. Design quarterback keep up the middle for Fink to get some into Chieftain territory. Coming up. So just a quick score update for that game, 35-14 Lewisburg. So it looks like they are definitely on their way to capturing that Frontier League title, to complete the successful defense from winning the title last year. I think it's been a little while since there have been a team to win the Frontier League championship in back-to-back years. I know it's always been, Tongie's won it one year, and Eudora the next, and Lewisburg, and they're coming into this year. Frontier League was looked at as one of the toughest leagues in all of Kansas, and for good reasons as well. You looked all across the board. It started with Lewisburg. You had Eudora in the mix. Tonganoxie, everybody knew they were going to be bouncing back. And among a few others as well. Fink lost a handle of the snap, has to go back for it. Oh, heading the wrong direction here, but look at this. Still able to make something out of nothing. I think we had a pink flag come in. I think.
Thanks, Hoblin.
Yep. I think what's actually interesting, I think.
Block in the back.
And the funny thing is that the block in the back, they were blocking, I think it was Owen Schmidt that they were throwing the block on, and they just blocked him right into Vink as he was coming across. It was, it looked like he was already there. He was going to be making the tackle, and maybe a little bit of an unnecessary flag there.
Second down for the Cyclones, ball on the 44-yard line.
So that wipes out the big play for the recovery for Vink, which still not as bad as where the ball could have been if he just would have picked up that ball and just dove on the turf. And the clock continuing to run here as Ottawa just trying to make something here. They haven't scored a touchdown in this game. They had to settle for a field goal for their only score. Empty backfield for Vink. He's going to take it. Pump fake, trying to go up the field. Has a man, and it is complete. Hayden McCullough going up the near sideline. Got right by Owen Schmidt, and a big gain.
That was actually pretty good defense by Owen. He just mistimed his jump a little bit.
Almost 35 yards through the air. That brought a little bit of life back into this Ottawa Cyclone crowd as they try to get loud here.
Now on the ball game, number 58, Charles Cafferty.
Another handoff for Sylvie, not getting too far. I don't know. Still pretty. I don't know. Really, I really don't know why I said that.
Gain of 8 on the play, second down 2.
Gain of 8 isn't really going far in my book, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just used to calling that because they haven't had many of those tonight.
You got me. Closing in on a minute left. Sylvia again breaking through and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones. And the crowd goes wild. That's what they came here. That's what they've been waiting for. That's going to make the score right now. Ottawa 9, Tonganoxie 40. Oh, Chieftain defense almost went the distance of keeping the team out of the end zone. But still, I think when you extra point attempt up and good. Making it even 40-10 ball game.
With under a minute to play.
In the fourth quarter. Still, I think if you're Coach Bond and company and this coaching staff, you look at your defense and you say, the last 2 games of the regular season, you gave up 17 total points.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is really good. The offense looked a little bit more in rhythm tonight as well, striking early, striking often. Maybe lulling out a little bit here later in the second half, but Jackson McWilliams has come through with 4 for 4 on field goal attempts. And
I would be willing to bet that's never been done at Tonganoxie.
4 for 4 field goal attempts in one game?
Yeah.
I have to call Sean Lindenberger of the Tonganoxie Mirror and see what any records or anything show.
Well, you never heard of field goals in the old days in high school.
Yep.
Chieftains have the kickoff around the 22-yard line. First down.
Just didn't kick them.
I mean, when you're trotting them out there, too, for, like I say, with McWilliams, he had at least 2 from over 30 yards, 37 and 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something.
Plus he was perfect on extra points.
Yeah, that's something you think about it in like in the NFL chip shot, obviously. In college, chip shot, pretty much. But in high school, you hear that like, hey, let's see the field goal unit on it for a 37-yard try. You're just kind of like,
you don't see that too often.
Yeah, you don't. Looks like Chieftains are just going to kneel it out here, and that's going to wrap it up. Again, the clock continues to run, so they just got to kneel it here this one time. And that's going to do it.
Yep.
So the regular season is now officially in the books for Tonganoxie. They will move up to 6-2 on the year. Cyclones will drop now to 3-5. Just a great win tonight for Tonganoxie, just like they've been doing the whole entire season, relying on their strong defense and their potent offense. A 40-10 win.
We remind you to please be careful in the parking lot and drive home safely. Have a great weekend and good night.
The fans now start to make their way out of the sport complex here in Ottawa. We're going to get a post-game break in here real quick. We'll come back with the Brothers Market post-game show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
I was just wondering.
Enter query.
Should I use a robot?
Vacuum?
No. Are
Bots taking over the world? Yes.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Unlike a robo-advisor, we can put together a personalized plan.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We are now officially in the Brothers Market post-game show. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. A 40-10 victory on the road tonight for the Chieftains to cap off the regular season. 6-2 on the year. And 2 losses coming on the road in week 2 at Spring Hill and then at home against the now Frontier League champion Lewisburg Wildcats. And tell you what, pretty impressive stuff here from what we saw from the Soggy team tonight. I think it was so evenly well-rounded. I think it's been so many times in the past where we said, well, everyone played good, but it was Colton Bruce on the ground that dominated, or maybe the offense was off, but the defense was so strong. It was like a combination of everything, even on special teams tonight as well. They just had it clicking right from the get-go. I mean, literally, first play of scrimmage, 56-yard touchdown pass. McGraw to Holthouse, so it was off and running from there.
Yeah, it was total domination. The game was never in doubt whatsoever. So, is it time for player of the game?
If you want it to be, we can. We're going to have our player of the game. This is brought to you by Kevin Gallagher of American Family Insurance. You've been serving Tonganoxie families for over 25 years. For all your insurance needs, home, life, auto, and more, the Kevin Gallagher Agency is there to serve you every step of the way.
Well, as you said, as we've talked off the air, you could give player of the game to Colton Bruisman every game if you wanted to. He had 3 touchdowns tonight, 2 on offense, and 1 pick six. Took it to the house from the defensive back position. But there was something that took place tonight that I honestly don't believe has ever happened in Tonganoxie High School football history. We may have to go back to the mirror to find out, but Jackson McWilliams was 4 for 4 on field goals tonight, 2 of those over 35 yards, and he was perfect on extra points. So I'm going to give player of the game to Jackson McWilliams, or Money McWilliams as we like to call him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty safe bet. You get that, Coach. Well, maybe our there we go. We're all good. I said we'll know if he unplugged one of the wrong things or not. But yeah, I think I agree with you. You know, it's pretty easy to pick out about 3 or 4 of the 5 same names every week for the player of the game. But how often can you give it to your place kicker? I think that's pretty good. And oh my goodness,
drummer down
to the bend. Thumbs up, everything. We're all good. We're okay. She is okay. Everybody's good. Thumbs up. All right, we're good. So, again, that was the player of the game brought to you by Kevin Gallagher, American Family Insurance. Let's dive back into our area matchups. Also brought to you by Brothers Market from earlier. See if we can get any updates. Again, just getting these from 8-10 varsity. It looks like Bishop Miege Stags are going to finish the regular season with a victory 42-14 over Blue Valley Northwest. St. James Academy up 26-7 at Blue Valley North. St. Thomas Aquinas down 42-21 at Blue Valley Southwest. Pretty important, those games to keep an eye on for seeding purposes. As we keep going along here, DeSoto blowing out Basler Linwood 41-14. And Lansing, and not too often, maybe you could say this, how often have you heard of a high school team putting up 80-plus points in a game 2 times?
Not very often.
In 1 year, 84-6, Lions over the Golden Bears of Turner, a blowout at home for Lansing. Shawnee Heights puts it on the Pioneers from Leavenworth, 47-7, and right now Piper and Topeka Seaman tied at 14 apiece. This game still says in progress. The Wellsville Eagles put it to the Baldwin Bulldogs, 42-7. No score reported for the Schlegel Stallions and the Bonner Springs Braves. It says 0-0, but just based off those teams' records and stuff, honestly, it wouldn't surprise us. But as of right now, 0-0, no score reported there. The Eudora Cardinals over on Eudora Sports Live take on the Panthers. You can see that on Paola Sports Live as well. It still says in progress, but 28-21, Eudora is on top in that one. And right now it looks like Lewisburg on their way to a victory in a Frontier League championship for the second year in a row, 35-21. They lead the Spring Hill Broncos. And there was a couple other ones we had. See if I can find them as we scroll down. I know we had Chanute was playing tonight. Atchison handling bit. They cap off their perfect regular season 66-7 against Wyandotte. And then
watch out for the Phoenix.
Yep, and then Chanute all the way down the last team, very at the bottom, 34-0 victory over Labette County and the Grizzlies. So, again, a lot of those matchups pretty important to keep an eye on for seeding purposes. Again, those matchups expected to be announced over this weekend. And Tongi came into this game as the 5 seed, and they would be taking on the 12 seed Ottawa Cyclones next week in the Week 9 playoff matchup at Beatty Field and Tonganoxie High School. Obviously, that is probably going to change. It's very rare that any matchups stay the same week in and week out. But we'll see. One thing we do know for sure, Tongi is going to be back at home, and they're going to be playing at home in a playoff matchup for the first time. Because I'm thinking last year we went to Piper, and then the year before that, I believe we were at home against Bishop Miege. So they'll be back at home playing in a playoff game, and I'm sure the team's looking forward to it, looking to cap off this great year that they've been having again, 6-2 after back-to-back years of 4-5 under now third-year head coach Preston Troyer. And I think the team, they're fired up right now, and they're gonna be ready to go.
Yeah, I think so too. They this game did nothing but build their confidence. So I think you couldn't have had a better game going into the playoffs. So everybody seems to be healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I said. Offensively, defensively, and on special teams too. All 3 phases really having a strong performance tonight, and I think that's the exact game you want to have. And most importantly too, no injuries.
Yeah.
No sustained, significant injuries or anyone had to leave the game, couldn't come back. We saw that there was a couple times where someone maybe had an ankle rolled up on or a toe stepped on or whatever, but it looks like, Tongi's going to be rolling into the playoffs next week. Pretty much healthy and ready to go, and that obviously is huge and key. That's why getting Tyler Pankey back last week was so huge. He had a good game tonight.
He did
as well. Talk about knocking the rust off. Had a couple of receptions, a couple for over 20 yards, and just did
a couple of big first downs.
Yeah, just showed off his skill set of what he can bring for this offense as well. So confidence is very high right now going into next week as the Chieftains look to make a run. Again, back-to-back years of not advancing into the second round. They'd like to change that this year as well. And that's going to do it for our coverage tonight here in Ottawa. We apologize to everybody for the slow start, and we appreciate everybody's patience. But like we said, it's not about how you started. It's always about how you finish. And the Chieftains finish this season with a W, 40-10 on the road here at Ottawa, their final Frontier League matchup, regular season Frontier League matchup, I should say, of the season. So now they wait and see over the weekend who they're going to play. I'm sure the coaches have probably looked around and said we could play either this, or this team. I'm sure they probably might have had a peek a little bit, maybe starting to game plan just a little bit, especially if it's a Frontier League team. That makes it a little easier. But you got to imagine the coaching staff, they're probably a little bit prepared and ready to go. So that is the next time that we're going to be back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Again, we want to wish all the best of luck to the volleyball team tomorrow at their sub-state match at Chanute. They're going to be taking on the 11th-ranked Bishop Miege Stags in the first round of their bracket pool. Again, they came in as the 6th seed, did Tonganoxie, and then the boys soccer team goes down to Chanute on Tuesday as well to take on the Blue Comets on the pitch. We want to wish them the best of luck as well, and hopefully we can have a run brewing.
And thanks again to Brendan for running the camera tonight and giving me a little chance to concentrate more on the color side.
Yep, and expect to hopefully have Brendan on more and more as we roll along here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, especially as we get into the winter sports season. And I think he's a great addition to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to get a little more time behind the mic, too.
Yeah, and also to pass along the soccer stream, even though we're not able to cover it, there is going to be the stream with, actually, Brendan, if you want to listen to Brendan Bowen and his play-by-play skills, you can listen to that on Tuesday over on the Tonganoxie Soccer. Look it up on YouTube. You can see it on there. He's going to be doing play-by-play, so you'll be able to watch that matchup there as well. So be sure to tune into that on Tuesday, and then tune in next Friday. We'll be back at home at Beatty Field taking on to be announced as of right now. We'll know our matchup come Monday, and we'll have an announcement on our Facebook page. Again, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. Be sure to follow on there. We will see you all next Friday back home at Beatty Field.